together. Even those who are on YouTube can see us. So we are live on YouTube as well. So if you're just joining, somebody's asking like, is there even true love? And I'm just trying to explain that, you see, true love is there. It exists in plenty. Unfortunately, most of us have not taken time to even, first of all, love ourselves. We do not know what we want. And that's why it is becoming so difficult to find true love, because most of us are starting relationships with a lot of lies. Most of us are starting relationships because they have watched Bollywood, or they have watched Nollywood. They have watched, Ramsey Noah, or Michael Eden, showing some love to some girls or some women on movies. And that is where people get it wrong, because you expect that something that Ramsey Noah or maybe Emeka Ike is doing on movies supposed to happen in real life. But remember, these are some of the wishes that even you yourself you have in your heart. That is the expectation. That is what we try to think and feel that true love should be. And that is what somebody sits down and writes down, and puts notes down, and puts it down and writes it down, and comes up with what we call a movie. Then movie becomes what you start watching, and the moment you watch it, it starts splashing some memories into your brain. And now you expect someone to come into your life and treat you the same way Ramsey Noah is treating Mercy Johnson. But remember, when you will be meeting Ramsey Noah, maybe in his real life, he's struggling with his marriage, he's struggling with his relationship. You'll find Mercy Johnson, or you'll find another lady. I'm not talking about like these guys are struggling, but I'm just giving an example. So true love is there, but there are some things that always, kill the taste and the feel of true love, because number one, as I've said, we do not know what we want. Number two, we do not know how to love ourselves. So, how do you expect somebody to love you when you don't know how to love yourself? How do you expect somebody to give you happiness when you cannot find it in yourself? So, what people assume to be true love is basically not always the true love that is needed. People need some kind of show off, not true love, just show off. They want to be taken for shopping. This is what people think is true love. They want to be gifted every day of their birthdays. This is what people think is true love. But true love is something different. And today I'm not talking about true love, but I'm talking about, can true love become toxic in your life? It might be difficult to understand, but I want you to understand this in the simplest form, because this is going to help you. I have had a lot of people, some of them my students, some of them my friends, and some people closer to me, who have been in some difficult situations because of true love. And I want to give an example. Um, you might have met or seen or talked to someone who might have had a kid or a child with someone that they had broke up with. Or have you ever had somebody who talks about, I don't know how I'm getting myself going back to this guy, even though we're no longer dating. You see, you are this person who is finding it so difficult to move on, and you're still having a rebound with that person that you are dating, and you have broken up, but you still find yourself sometimes he calls you for a dinner, or he calls you for a coffee somewhere, and you guys go, and after going you find yourself sleeping over. I don't know if somebody is getting my point here. You see, true love never ends. This is what you guys need to understand. True love never ends. Relationship can end, but not true love. You can break up with somebody that you've been dating, but when you see them, you can still feel for them. Guys, don't forget to like the video when if you're watching from anywhere, you're watching it on YouTube, you're watching it on TikTok, don't forget to like the video before you keep on watching. Don't just watch, but keep on liking the video and share if you can. So, what we are saying is sometimes you find yourself in this kind of a relationship where you cannot move. You are there. You're trying to ask yourself, like, why can't I go? Why can't I even find another relationship and move on? Why am I just stuck here? Why am I still feeling like, I need this guy in my life? But literally, you don't need them. They have been so toxic in your life. They have mistreated you. They've cheated on you. They've done so many bad things with you. And you really want to move out of it. It is always about true love. The moment you fall in love with someone, that love never ends. It lives forever. So it takes people some of the things that I want to mention here for you to get it right and move on from a relationship the moment you say that it is over. I want to start afresh. I want to start my life off and go somewhere or get somewhere with my life. Because there are a lot of people, see, there are women who have given birth with the people that they had broken up with. You are dating a certain guy and you break up, and then you find yourself getting pregnant of him, but you had broken up. There are women who are married and were divorced, and then all of a sudden they are expecting, they're pregnant. And when you ask them who is the father of the child, they will tell you it's my ex-husband. And you will be asking them a question like, your ex-husband, like how? How on earth is that possible? People have mistreated such kind of human beings, such kind of women have been mistreated in the society. Why? Because people see, and most of the people say they are foolish women, they are stupid. How stupid can you be? In fact, your parents, your sisters, your friends, your brothers are gonna ask you this question: how stupid can you be? You had left this guy, you had divorced this guy. How on earth did you again get pregnant of him? That is how true love can become toxic. Some people were looking at it from another level. But this is what I'm going to tell you. Sometimes when true love strikes your heart and it comes into your heart, you might become a very foolish person who doesn't think, person who doesn't reason out with their brains, but you reason out with your emotions. Your emotions can take over your head when true love knocks. That's why everybody is chasing and looking and wanting and praying for true love. But sometimes God denies you an opportunity to find true love because He sees you are not ready for it. The moment true love hits your heart, you become vulnerable to your emotions. And if you do not plan and stabilize yourself emotionally, stabilize yourself, like you do not allow your feelings to control your life, but you control your life using your brain, you never mess. Because some of the women and men, the moment they realize you love them truly, they take advantage over you. And the moment you love somebody, your feelings and emotions power that can never be stopped. Even using fire or water or electricity, you can never stop it. That's why I will tell you guys, have you ever met this lady or a guy who comes to you and tells you how bad their boyfriends or their husbands or their wives are or their girlfriends are, and you advise them? You advise them and you even tell them how bad those people are because you've been knowing them. Maybe you come from the same place and you have grown together and you know them better. The moment they leave you, the next day, they will put in their status that nothing can separate me from my bae. But they came to you for an advice, and you tried advising them and telling them that, you know what, you are miserable because of this guy. I think your life is just confused because of this guy. Why don't you find a way on how you can start afresh your life? The moment you turn your back, they are holding these guys, kissing, hugging, and spending nights and dinners together, taking photos, and the next day you are the topic on their status. They are reminding you that nothing can stop them from loving the people that they love. But these people came to you asking you for an advice because the people they love are so toxic in their lives. You see, a person who is not prepared psychologically to control their emotions and to control their feelings towards love gets crazy and they get foolish in love. They get slapped and they feel the pain at the moment they've been slapped and they run to their neighbors, they run to their friends for refuge. And you refuge them and you talk to them and you tell them that, you know what, you do not allow a man to slap you. We are in a generation where you do not allow a man to slap you. You are in a relationship, you are not a slave. Guys, don't forget to like those videos, please. Those who are watching on YouTube, keep liking the video and share it as well. Those who are on TikTok as well, do the same. So if you get true love before developing yourself, growing emotionally, and growing in a capacity where your brain and your mind overpowers your feelings and your emotions, you become stupid in relationship. You become stupid in true love. Somebody is saying love is blind, but no, love is never blind. We are always blind in love. Love should never make you blind. Love should brighten up your eye. It should open your eye to see better and more, and even behind the person who is dating you. Liberty Force 56 is saying, like, because I feel like I can't leave my ex, yet he has another woman, and I feel I love him so, but this is what happens. You see, like I said before, women fall in love very fast because you guys are emotionally strong. So, because of being emotionally strong, you are always ready to show your emotions, to show that you want to love somebody, you want to take over somebody, you want to own somebody. But men take time to fall in love. So most of the women lose it in the process of trying to find the true love because you're loving somebody who is not ready for it. You're loving somebody who doesn't even know what love is. In fact, men don't care about love. After all, what is love for a man? He wants to get what he wants and to move on. But women care so much about love. Without love, they feel they are not in the right place. A man can do without love as long as you can provide him with that respect and stability. And stability is not about financial stability, but stability is the peace in the house. If he gets that, you don't remind him of I love you, he doesn't care. But a woman wants to be reminded. He wants to be told that I love you. So, guys, there is this temptation that comes to everyone, a man and a woman. You see, you realize exactly like somebody is saying here that he's so much in love with his man, but this man has a woman already. So there is that temptation. Like, for example, when he approached you, you didn't know. You didn't know that this guy had somebody. You asked them, maybe they lied that they know, I don't have a boyfriend. I've never dated. I'm still a virgin, blah, blah, blah. These stories and everything comes and a lot of things. Mazet, thanks for those flowers. So a lot of things runs here and there. So you had known nothing, completely nothing about them. You started the relationship. Then inside this relationship, you come to realize things. This guy is married, or this guy is dating, or this guy is, not a type of a guy that I'm looking for. But now getting out of it becomes problem. Now this is what we call true love becoming toxic. How does it become toxic? You want to move, but you can't move. This weekend, you swear that I swear I will never go back to this guy again. You block them, you even delete their number, and you disappear for a week. After 1 week, you remember something about them. Maybe you watch a certain movie, you read something, you saw a video on TikTok, and the only thing that you remember is them. What do? You take yourself back. That is how toxic love, true love becomes. It doesn't become toxic like somebody's going to beat you only. Those are part of how true love becomes toxic in your life. But the biggest toxicity that is in true love is where somebody cannot move just because they love someone. You cannot start your life just because you are in love and you're feeling like, you cannot do without them. You're so much in love with someone that you cannot even see the red flags. Somebody beats you up, you disappear for a week or two. Before people know it, you are back there. Have you ever seen these guys, and especially ladies, who they're dating a bad guy, a guy that everyone says like, how, like, for God's sake, how did she start to date this guy? You've ever seen or known these people in your societies where you come from? I know you can mention one or two in your heads right now. Let me tell you the truth about these people. Some of these people are in what we call toxic true love. They can't move because their hearts are attached to these people. It is not that they are blind, but it is because their emotions can't allow them to let it go. There's only one thing that is attaching them there, their heart. And they are feeling that they are so comfortable with these people. Some of the people, um, some of the people are in these relationships because they are truly in love. There's nothing they are gaining out of it. It is not even about the security. It is not even about the money. It is not even about like these people are good in bed or what people say. But because they have fallen in love, you see people, before you settle on going on a date with someone, before you decide like you want to be in love with somebody, first of all, try to develop yourself, to empower yourself emotionally, to be able to handle your emotions and your feelings in such a way that when you see a problem, when you see something that is not right in a relationship, you can move on without questioning yourself. Because most of us, I know of a lot of people who have had kids with the people they break up with, who have had kids with the people they divorced, but still they are meeting behind everyone and they are sleeping over. So Liberty asked a very good question, and now he's asking, but teacher, for you, how do you deal with this situation of this love? Honestly, Liberty is asking, like, if you are in a relationship with someone and you realize or you found out that they are dating another person, and you're already in love with them and you cannot leave them, what do you do? These are the things that I'm going to talk about at the end of this conversation. So keep it here, don't move, because I will be helping you to understand how to move on. I'm still just trying to explain how true love can become toxic. And then we will have a session at the end of it before we end this live to advise you on how you can deal with this situation. How can you get yourself out of this kind of a toxic relationship in your life? You see, this can be a toxic relationship where you don't suffer physically, but you're suffering mentally, you're suffering emotionally, you're suffering something that people cannot see. And at the end of it all, People, people are going to tell you how foolish you are. You know, for you, you're so kind. You see, guys, you're so kind. You're just trying to be a good person. You're trying not to, to lie to somebody because you promised someone that you love them truly. So you're loving them truly. You're not doing a foolish thing. These people have mistreated you and you've decided to break up with them. But because you still love them, you say, like, no, I can't do without this guy. This guy is all over my head. And you know, you've ever had friends, even roommates or colleagues or classmates coming to you and I cannot do it. I don't know. I do not understand. I can't get it. You know, I'm trying to close my eyes. I'm trying to go out and walk and go for a vacation, but they cannot get out of my head. I'm gonna break up with them. I'm just going to finish this relationship. And then they come back to you the next day and they tell you that, you know what? It is done. We are no longer dating. And then you're like, really? Yeah, that's so good. And you talk to them and you tell them, you encourage them, you tell them that, you know what? Life is all about, getting adventures, moving on with your life, finding something better that you can do. There is 7 billion people around the world. He's not the only person. You move on. Then all of a sudden, after some time, again, you find them together and you're uh, like how? How comes like you guys again are together? Are you guys seeing each other? Before you know it, this guy is expecting a baby. With who? The guy that he had broken up with. And why did he break up with this guy? This guy had been beating him. This guy used to beat her. This guy used to abuse her. This guy mentally tortured the lady. The lady was not so reluctant. The lady was so frustrated when he was dating the guy. And she decided to break up with him. But again, right now, she's pregnant of him. She's expecting his baby. Then people start to talk about how foolish you are. It is not always about foolishness, it is always about love. True love is dangerous. Everyone wants it. But if you're not prepared for it, it is the most dangerous thing in your life. Guys, don't forget to like the video, please. If you're still watching, make sure you give a thumbs up to this video if it is helping you. That is, sometimes also we can't force people to like because sometimes it's not, you're not loving it. Okay, so if you're loving this video and you think like it can help some other people, just give me a thumbs up by liking it because the moment you like it, it helps the algorithm to send it to some other people who also can find it useful to them. Love can make someone do stupid things, I tell you, exactly, it does. I've known some people who have gone to their banks. You see, you love someone so much and you have even gone ahead and broke up with them. But because you still truly love them, they call you and they are in distress. But they are not even in distress. They just tell you that, you know what, I've been arrested or I'm in this problem and I'm this shit. I need such kind of amount of money. Kindly help me to get this money because if I don't get this money, I'm going. But because you love them, your only savings, your only savings, you go and withdraw it and send to them. Guys, true love here, most of you are only thinking about true love when it comes to a man and a woman. But I want to get you back to true love of a family and friends as well. We have true love. Guys, we have true love that we give to our families and friends and people who are closer to us. Okay? True love is not only love that you share. What is somebody saying at Johngora? Please, quick mention my name. Princess Adepuju. Adepuju, what are you saying? Princess Adepuju is saying something on TikTok there. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know whether she wanted me to mention her name, something like that. Okay, I've mentioned your name. I hope you are feeling good now. I wish you would let women who have who may be experiencing the same to speak about it in your forum, who have come. Okay. Sky Wainaina is saying that she would want to share something that she had experienced. Okay. Just speaking about is therapeutic. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Um, it's okay. I will allow. Previously I used to have a session where you can request to join, and then when you request to join, you can share stories. But the problem that I found with that, sometimes a lot of people take too much time. Somebody is not even prepared. Some of the people don't have headsets. Someone is hiding somewhere. So if that is the case, I will be having a session where you can call in, you can join in the conversation and share your message or share your part of the story. Because you see, I'm not saying Sky Wanaina it is you, but I'm saying that what you're saying is right. There are those people who have experienced the things that we are talking about here, who have got the first-hand information or first-hand experience, those who have gone through what we are talking about. Because stories that I'm talking about here are not fictions. They are stories because I meet people and I coach people. I do coaching, and a lot of people come to me with different kinds of problems. And some of those problems that I've found out, and the reason why I talk about these videos, some people just think like, how does he always just come and talk about love, talk about that? No, I talk about it because people come with their problems. And sometimes you realize that when you help one person, it might not be enough. So from their problem, you pick something and you come up, you do your research and you present a video that helps a lot of people, that helps a crowd. So today it was about how can love, true love, become toxic. It becomes toxic. There is Mommy Love who is saying, I wish I have a talk with you. I'm always open to talking with anyone. I'm always having space for you. If you want to have a talk with me, you can run to my YouTube channel right now. Just go to my YouTube channel. I'm live on YouTube, and on YouTube channel, you can see there's a comment there. Let me just pin it if I can. Pin the message. Okay. There's a comment that I've pinned on YouTube. If you click the link and that comment over there on YouTube, you can join. You can send me a WhatsApp message. You can book a conversation with me. You can also see the courses that I offer, everything, and we can have a talk. So that guy who's saying, or that lady who is saying, where can I get your coaching lessons? Mommy Love, go to my YouTube channel right now. Just run to it right now. It is this talk is there all over, is already there. I'm doing live also on YouTube. Go to YouTube, you will find a link there, and you can ask to join there. So this true love can be toxic in these ways. I've talked about some of the ways. Number two, second way is, uh, giving your savings. You give your savings to the people you love because you love them, and you're thinking that you're trying to help them. Sometimes these people are coming back because there is something they knew you before. They knew how much you are making. They knew what was in your account. The moment you fall in love with somebody and you get truly in love with them, you start to share with them your private things. And these people can read you and can understand everything that is in you. The moment they realize that you want to run away, you want to leave them, or you want to break up with them, they will not hesitate. They know you love them. They will accept, so that you provide them with room to go outside there and find other people. But they will never block you. They will never lose contact with you. What are they going to do? They will come back, look for you, and take that thing that they've been looking for. It could be money. It could be your time. It could be your resources. Sometimes it can even be your house. You never know. Chantel Dogo is saying, Teacher, when I listen to your teachings, I feel relieved. My pleasure. I can't stop thinking of him. All right. So some of the people lose special things in their lives just because they are truly in love. True love is good, but it is very dangerous if you're not prepared for it. So What can we do? All right? What can we do if this is the situation? You are a man, you are a woman, because it true love doesn't judge. And this stupidity or foolishness, because people are going to tell you you're foolish. Imagine my brother or my sister over there, you broke up with somebody, and after 1 month or 2 months, you're pregnant of them. And you're telling your friends that I'm 2 months pregnant. Pregnant with who? I thought you broke up. I thought you're not dating anymore. That yeah, I broke up with him, but I had my things in his home, so I went to pick up my things, and that day I don't know what was happening with me. I can't even, I don't know. I don't know whether to go and terminate these pregnancy. I don't know because I don't understand myself. No, 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 just relax. Tell us what happened. That no, I just went to visit them, and I just wanted to go and pick my things. And when I went there, I don't know what happened. I found myself in the morning waking up, beside him. I just went to pick my things. I did not even mean that I was going to sleep over there. I don't get it. Guys, sometimes it is never foolishness. That is what we mean true love becoming toxic in your life. You have moved on. You have broken up with them because they were not right for you. But because you still love them, the feelings are still there. That's why there's a video here on TikTok that I said that true love never ends. Relationship can end, but true love will never end. Marriage can end, but not true love. So if you go back there because it never ended, true love never ended, those feelings are still there. Their words are going to bring something in your head. The moment you are going to pick your things and you are not going alone, you're not going with someone, you're just going alone to their house because you're going to pick something. The moment you will look at them, remember it is only the relationship that ended, not the love. The moment you will see them, that memory will be triggered. And I will tell you something, guys. When you love somebody truly, you see less of their mistakes. When a mother, I'll give you an example. A mother sees less of mistakes of their sons and daughters. They only see their goodness because they love their children truly. A mother will cry when her child is being killed or banned because of having been a terrorist or even a thief or a thug that is known. She understands that her child is not a good example within the society, but you will never find a mother throwing his son to the people to kill him or throwing her daughter for people to kill. It is only in some kind of, selected scenarios where a mother just decides to kill the baby or their son or whatsoever. But a true mother who is truly in love with their children will not see their mistakes, will not see how bad they are. That is the same person because remember, a mother is just a human being like you are. So the moment you are truly in love with somebody, you see less of their mistakes and most of their goodness, their achievements, their strengths, how good they are treating you. Sometimes these people beat you up, but you don't see it because you're in love with them. In fact, you will go for those motivations that help you to understand that beating is just a normal thing. This is funny, right? When you are truly in love with somebody, you will even Google and you will find and something funny happens when some bad things are happening in your life. You will sometimes find videos that are supporting these beatings. That a man who truly loves you will slap you, and then you will relate. Uh-huh, that's why he's slapping me. So he loves me. That is how true love lies to people. And that's how toxic it becomes until that day when you are going to be killed. Sometimes even to these my sisters who the born again sisters, sometimes true love make you think that in relationship there has to be fights and these kind of fights, but it will not tell you that the fights are always verbal and they are just fights to make an argument to feel that your opinion is not right, my opinion is right, and all of that. It is not a physical fight. But when you're truly in love with somebody, you're going to get even my videos, some of my videos, I'm talking about true love, that a woman who truly loves you will always argue with you. It doesn't mean that they will slap you. It doesn't mean that their argument are going to bring, what do we call it? Are going to deny you peace. Argument here is just deferring the opinion. And women, you can tell me this. If I'm lying, I want you guys to tell me. When a woman is done with you, when a woman is done like she wants to go, they don't talk, they don't argue. Their word is always yes. You want this? Yes. Am I okay here? Yes. The moment she becomes a yes person with you, it is over. The moment she becomes silent, it is over. That's what I know. So when I do a video here and I say that a woman who truly loves you will always argue, it doesn't mean that they will fight physically. It means they will always try to give their own opinion in every kind of a thing they want to talk about. But the moment they are done, when they are like, oh no, this place, it is done, I have to go. They don't talk, they don't argue, they don't say no, they'll not tell you that you are wrong. They'll just be looking at you and they will appreciate everything. So, guys, one thing that helps you not to be treated toxically in with a true love, when you are loving somebody truly and you can feel the feeling in you tells you that you love this person so much and truly you are in love with them. One thing that you need to understand is to understand the pain that is inside you that is coming from them. That is first of the red flags. If you're questioning yourself, like, does he have a right to do this even though I love her, I love him, or I love her? Is it okay for her to do this? That is the first red flag that keeps you away from toxic, true love relationship. Because when you question yourself, you'll try to get answers. You'll try to find out how you can get things right. But if you don't question yourself, you'll find yourself giving them, giving them, giving them, and giving them again and again. And before you know it, things will be bad, not just worse, but bad. Number two, never expect from anyone. Don't expect too much from people. When you fall in love not to expect things from the person that you're starting a relationship with. Fall in love because what you need is that peace of mind. What you need is stability. And women have forgotten, videos and videos have been shared like, a true man or a real man wants respect and stability. Then women have forgotten that even them, what they need is respect. I always tell the women like this: it is better to be a man, to be with a man who respects you than being with the man who doesn't respect you but gives you everything. These are the men that turns out to start treating you badly, and you will be with them in that relationship without moving because what they are giving you, your expectations are being met in terms of material things. So do not expect. The same goes to a man. It is better to be with a woman who respects you than a woman who gives you the things that you expect. Because the moment that woman respects you, it will be easier for you to understand that you can do without them if they are treating you in a way that is not right. But the moment you expect things, the reason why we get treated badly in true love and we get toxic, interactions with the people that we were with in true love is expectations. Because I'll give you an example, women. Imagine this guy was paying your rent. This guy had bought you a mobile phone. This guy perhaps had bought you a car. This guy had built you a house, or this guy was paying your bills. Like I saw one video where in the US there was a court. There's a woman who took her ex to before the court, and the woman was saying that the boyfriend took a car on credit, so he was paying using his bank or using his account. The car, he was paying for the car using his account. I don't know how it is said, but something around balance and whatsoever on credit. So they broke up before the car had been settled. The payment for the car had been settled. So after the breakup, the man decided to tell the lady that, you know what, I won't take the car. I'll leave the car on for you, but you have to clear the debts, clear the bill that is still pending. You have to pay the monthly bills for the car to clear it. And then the lady defaulted 3 months. She never paid. And she decided to take the guy to court because the car was supposed to be taken. The guy was being contacted that you are not paying for your car, and we will be taking the car, and as well you have to pay for the fine. So the lady sent went to the court to force the guy to pay for the car because the guy had given her the car as a present. So there was a lot of complication in that case. But what am I trying to say here? When you expect a lot from people, you become vulnerable to them. And that is what happens to this lady, where you find she broke up with a guy, and then after 2 months, she's pregnant with that guy again. She divorced the guy. After 1 month or 3 months, she's pregnant with that guy again. What happens? This guy was giving her everything. Then she gets out, they break up. After 1 month, she can't make it. Life is becoming hard. This guy had raised her standard, had brought her from, what we call bed sitter to something like apartment. So she's thinking about again going back from apartment back to bed sitter. It's difficult. But in reality, she has broken up with this guy because this guy is mistreating her. So what does she do? She has to again try to meet this guy in some other words, like, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. I wanted this kind of help. So this guy tells you that, no, I don't have a problem. Yes, we used to date, the friendship, the love relationship has ended, but I can still help you. The moment you go to his place, because you still love that guy, you will not think about the breakup. He will sleep with you. That is how it happens. Expectations lead people to this. Number two, stop assuming things. Stop assuming things. The moment you are in love, don't assume that you are being loved. Just because you love someone truly, stop assuming that they love you as much. Your love for them is great. Appreciate it. God is going to reward you for loving somebody truly. And this is what I teach my students every day. When you love somebody truly, do not compete. In fact, I see even here when I post video here, ladies trying to compare. But no, men this, men that. Let me tell you guys, the moment you find a man, love him truly. The moment you find a woman, love her truly. Because there is somebody who rewards people with the best woman or a best man. So he only rewards you depending on how you treated the people who came before the one that is coming in front of you. Like I said, sometimes God gives you a painful life to help you understand how it is worth to appreciate those good times. You can pass through a very difficult times just for a preparation to help you understand that when you will find ease, good life, something to enjoy, you will appreciate and you will thank God for that. But you see, this is what happens to most of us, women and men. You find a guy, he's like a player perhaps. He doesn't look like the guy that you wanted. Instead of, leaving him, you want to replay. If he cheats, I cheat. If he does this, I do. Like, seriously, why would you cheat just because someone is cheating? Why would you waste yourself because somebody is wasting himself or herself? If somebody was cheating and it triggers you, pray for them, move on with your life. You have learned your lesson. God is going to bless you with the best person. But the problem is, we always assume that because we love people truly, they are going to love us. True love becomes toxic when you love somebody so much and they cheat. And then you are thinking that they loved you. So you are asking yourself, how could they cheat on me? And the way I love them, the way I've sacrificed, the way, I've men approaching me and I never even give my number. I don't do blah, blah, blah. This is what happens most often. True love is going to trigger you also to cheat. In fact, the moment you will share this information with other friends, some of your friends, guys, don't forget to like the video, please. Don't forget to like the video if you're still watching. Make sure you like the video if you're still watching. And if you can share the video as well, make sure you do that. Um, Somebody is going to come. You're going to approach your friends and you will tell your story. I've been with this guy for the last 5 years. I've been faithful. I have never even looked aside. I've been with this woman for the last 5 years. I'm so faithful. I'm loyal. I've never even taken a text from another lady. How could she cheat on me? How could she? Then what will your friends say? We have been telling you, man. You see, this is how stupid you are. We told you. We have been telling you about this guy. I'm telling no one is loyal in this world today. Listen, imagine somebody is telling you that no one is loyal, but you have been loyal for 5 years. Can't you reason out? Can you just be wise to tell yourself that no, I have been loyal? If there is no one in the world, then I am. When somebody is telling you that no one is loyal, but you have been loyal and you're reporting to them that I have been loyal for 5 years, and you know that you have been that loyal, why can't you thump your chest and say, thank you, God, because I'm one in a million? See a miracle that God is going to do in your life. Guys, you see, some things we pray for, we are not ready to receive them because we are not planting the seed of receiving what we are praying for. The seeds that we plant are seeds of hate, seeds of revenge, seeds of thumb chesting, seeds of, nothing. You cannot find it. But true love is there. And true love is making you do some nasty things. You have loved somebody so loyal, so, respectful. You've been with them for years. And just because they cheated, because you expected them to love you the same way and they cheated, you also want to revenge by cheating. That is how you miss it. You can imagine you have been supporting your family for years, and the only amount of money that you've been giving to them to save for you, to keep it aside as your savings. Perhaps you are very away from your home or your home country, and you've been sending them money for themselves and for yourselves, your savings. You go home and you find out that there's nothing. That there's nothing. What do? People do. You curse them. You can even, go mad. You can even remove your clothes. You go on social media and announce to everybody, remember, these were your families that you loved truly. If it has happened, learn your lessons. learn your lessons and move on. You don't want to defile your body just because someone is defiling his body or her body. It is like somebody killed your son and you also decide to kill their son. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. When it is gone, wash your hands. Take water and wash your hands. The moment you wash your hands and you keep smiling, as my trademark, you keep smiling, you look up and tell God that, God, why? Why me? You said that when I work hard with my hands, you will bless the work of my hands. Why not? Why me? Why is the work of my hand not blessed even after working hard, God, providing for my family, doing this and doing that? Why me? Tell me after some time if God is not going to answer that prayer. But you know what we do? We don't speak blessings, we speak curses. So the moment you have spoken a curse, you have prayed and asked God to curse them, you have prayed and asked God to kill them, you have prayed and wished they are dead, you have prayed and wished bad luck on them. How do you expect good luck on yourself? Some of you guys have been so loyal to your man, you've been so loyal to your woman, and then your woman cheats, and after they cheat, now you want to revenge. And the day you go to revenge, that's the day you meet a disease that you've never met before. That's the day you find a man who has got a disease that you cannot be treated. That's the day you sleep with a woman who has got a disease that cannot be treated. At 3 days ago, I was listening to Classic 105, and there was it was not Classic 105, the Kenyan radio station, but it's Classic 105. I think it's a Ghanaian radio station or maybe Nigeria. I don't know. I was listening to it. There was a clip that was shared. A certain guy decided to call a radio station. He wanted to see if his wife was cheating with her boss. So because he had gotten some reports that his wife was cheating with her boss, but he didn't know how to trap her or how to find out what was happening. So what he did, he called the radio station in this busted, people do this busted and so on and so forth. So when he called, um, when he called this, or somebody is saying, I saw it, and the radio station called the wife and asked her, about the relationship. This lady pretended that she's the wife to her boss. So she asked that, hello, are you so and so? Yeah. I just called you not for a bad thing, but I just wanted to know if you have been sleeping with my husband. And the lady said, no, no, your husband is just a colleague. He's my boss. How can I do that? I've never slept with her. We don't even date. She tried to defend herself. Then this lady said that, oh, that is so good. I just called, I was just wondering because I just wanted to tell you something. Because if at all you did not do, then that's fine. That's all right. No problem. Then the lady said, but why would you ask that? Then she said that, no, I just wanted to caution you because my husband and we have been diagnosed by HIV/AIDS. We are HIV positive. Then this lady started crying on the other side. She started crying like, oh my God, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh my God, you know what? I, and then the lady asked, but you said you're not sleeping with my husband. And remember, the lady's husband was on call listening from the other end. So the guy realized that her wife had been cheating with her boss. His wife has been cheating with her boss. So she was busted on a radio station. What do you do in that situation? You truly love this woman, but she's been cheating with your boss, with her boss. What do you do? Do you run away from her? Do you kill her? Do you break up with her? What do you do? It has been happening. Never assume that the people you love you the same way. There can be so many differences. You have to protect your heart. You have to protect yourself. You have to know when to give and when not to give. You have to know when to be there with all your heart, with all your energy, with with everything, with your life. So that when something nasty happens, you don't kill yourself, but you know when and where to take yourself. Number 3, your value and your potential is the most important thing in every kind of relationship. So somebody is saying, there is someone who's saying the question is, why did the woman cheat? Because women cheat only the when they are tired of you. You cannot speak for women, and this is something that I want to tell you guys. You are just one woman, all right? So you cannot say that women cheat only when they are tired of you. That will be wrong. You can say, as a woman, I can only cheat when I'm tired of somebody. But when you say women cheat when they are, that is not correct. And I beg to be somebody also to contradict that. But I think when you're thinking that way, that is wrong. That's wrong thoughts. Um, People cheat because of different things. Some people just cheat not because they're tired of you. They just cheat because that is their character. Okay? So there is no reason that is particularly that this is why women cheat or this is why men cheat. Different people cheat for different reasons. Some people cheat not because they're tired of you. Some people just cheat because there is no time for them. You don't have time for them. Some of them just cheat because someone was cheating. So I was talking about your value. And I want to ask you people, do you know your value? I want you to be very honest with yourself, be very careful with this question, and think deeply. Get deep into yourself. Do you understand your value? I'm not talking about your value like how much do you cost. I'm just asking you a very simple question. Do you understand your value? Do you understand your value? The moment you understand your value, it will be very difficult for true love to kill you. You know, when you understand your value, you will not cheat because he's cheating. When you understand your value, the moment you break up, you will never look back again. When you understand your value, you will not be vulnerable because he's giving you everything, but you will give everything to yourself. When you understand your value, you will know what is right for you and what is not right for you. People are not going to use you. Knowing your value before you get into relationship is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Yolanda said, I don't understand my value, which is very good. And I love that, Yolanda, for being honest. Because the question that I would be asking some people here is, do you know your value? What measures your value? The number one big thing that we need to know, all of us, we are valuable. We are created same. We are created with the value that each and every person has. We are all human beings, and you must be treated as a human being. Another person is saying, I must start to say no now. No is a very important thing that everyone must learn how to say. Chantel is also telling another thing there, but I will come back to how to understand your value. Chantel Dogo is saying that, teacher, when someone cheats on you more than 4 times and yet he claims he loves you, love can be there. You know, always remove the understanding of, somebody cannot cheat me when they love me. No, somebody can cheat you even when they love you. That is possible. So just get out love and ask yourself this thing. This is where value comes. How do you value yourself? Are you in a position where when somebody cheats you, you can forgive them? That is how to measure your value. How do you value yourself? Are you ready to take it when somebody cheats and they come back to you? Can you forgive them? That is understanding your value. What is your value in terms of forgiving this person who is cheating you twice, four times? Because love doesn't measure how somebody can cheat or not. People can love you truly, but still they cheat on you. It is possible. That is why I use Muslims as example. Muslims accept or allow people to marry four wives. It doesn't mean that the moment he marries the first wife, he cannot love the second one. He can. And then what does Muslims say? Muslims say that if you want the second wife, be ready to give equal rights to the second person, just as you're giving to the first. So, in as long as that person can give that second woman the thing that they are giving to you, it means they still love you, but they also love another person. The same to women. But I've never seen in the Bible or even in the Quran where a woman is supported to date or to marry two or more men. I'm sorry, women, because I think these guys were not. Ladies and gentlemen, I've never seen where in the books that we believe in, these are sacred books that were ordained by God. I've never seen where a woman is told that, if you have the capacity, you can go marry two men or four men. But I'm not advocating for this. But what I'm trying to say is love should not make you think like, if he's telling me that he loves me, then, but he's sleeping with another person, how can I believe him? Love is there. Yes, he loves you. The only question is, are you valuable enough to see that this guy doesn't respect you? Or do you know your value such that you understand that if he cheats, I'm done. You wash your hands. That's what you want to ask yourself. It's not about if he's cheating, does he love me? No. It is about what is your value? When somebody cheats on you, are you going to wait for them to cheat on you the second time, third time, or fourth time? These are the questions you want to ask yourself. That's where value comes in. When somebody said, I don't know, I don't understand my value. Yes, that is how it comes in. Your value comes in where you need to look at the relationship and ask yourself, is what this person is doing towards me, does it suit me? When somebody is beating you, you are in a relationship with them and they are slapping you just because of a misunderstanding, they slap you hard. Is that, are you know, is your value allowing you to be slapped and you still stay there? Guys, don't forget to like the video on YouTube. Those who are watching, don't forget to like. On TikTok as well, don't forget to like, please. Let's like let's take those likes to 40,000, guys. We are at 27,000. Let us make it 40,000. It would be a greater one. Let us make it 40,000. We can make it, guys. And then YouTube as well, we can make it. Let's do it. Let's do it together. So, guys, know your value. Know what you can tolerate. That is how to know your value. That lady who talked about, I do not understand my value, is you want to ask yourself, what can I accept? Can you accept to be beaten in a relationship? Can you accept to be cheated? Will you forgive if he cheats on you? If she cheats on you, are you going to forgive them? Okay, number two, don't talk about when it comes to value, it's not about things like a car, a house, which house am I going to go? Is he educated? These are not value. This does not measure your value. Your value is measured on the things that affect your soul, your body. That's why I told people here that when you are in a relationship, if you want to know that you are growing, you want to ask yourself, like, what is in me that can never change when I break up with this guy that I'm improving in? Like, for example, if I break up with this guy tomorrow, What is it that I have gotten in him that can never be taken away? If he bought you a car, he can take it away. If he built you a house, he can take it away. If you had a kid with them, they can take them away. Either side. A woman can take it, a man can take it. If they were paying your bills, they can stop paying the bills. So that is not material things, is not some things that you can brag about, as in you have gained in that relationship. The things you can gain and brag about in relationship is when this guy found me, I was always crying. When we had argument, I was always crying. But he has helped me to a point where I can stand and explain myself without crying. You have developed emotionally. He has helped you to, to grow, to mature, to know how to present yourself, to not look at yourself so naive in front of people. Then you can talk about, since I started dating this guy, I think I feel I can make critical decisions. I can make some decisions that were so hard for me to make. Those are the gains that you find that creates your value in a relationship. Good evening, future Vaco. I see you. Blessing, blessing. I see you. Adam, I see you. Martina Atieno, I see you. The last one, guys, you should know your limits. I want to ask you guys here, those who are watching, and there's a lady there. There's a lady gifting me, but her name is so difficult to read. Is it Keisha? Is it Keisha something? Thanks for those flowers. Thank you so much for the flowers. And guys on YouTube, kindly don't forget to like the video, please. Keep liking the video. I can see you guys watching over there. Don't miss to like the video. It will help me. The more you like it, the more I also win in this game. This is a game as well where we have to play on the social media. So, guys, I wanted to ask you something here. How many of you understands your limits? Like when you are pushed to a certain extent, you create a stop. Somebody cannot go beyond that. Like there is a boundary somewhere where people cannot pass. Yani, in other words, hauwezi ukakubali mtu apite kiwango fulani. You don't allow somebody to go beyond a certain boundary. How many of you people understand those limits? How many of you people have crossed those limits? For example, and I will give a very, very tough example here. And forgive me if this example will be something abnormal. Just a second, guys. Imagine you have a boyfriend and you are going to visit them. How many of you have got a limit that if you are leaving home, that day you are not going to make out, you're not going to make love? If still you guys cannot understand, you're not going to have sex, but you're going to meet them, you're going to their houses. And from home, you had told yourself that, no, today I'm just going to meet him and have some discussions, constructive discussions. How many of you will go to that house and leave without having that sex? He's your boyfriend, he's your man, he's your husband, he's your fiancé, and you have been having it. It's not like you've never had it before, you have ever had it before. The question is, how many of you will maintain that because I had left home, I'll not do it, we're not going to do it? That is the start and the beginning of creating those limits. That is how people create limits. You create limits by understanding that there are some things. The moment Mary Lopez says very difficult, Kaiser says I can, but when you reach there, you change your mind. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you get there, you left home and You had told yourself that no, I'm not going to have this. I'm not going to sleep with this guy. He's your man. You've been doing it before. Every person who gets to those places, the moment they are there, they do change their mind. They change their mind and they do it. That is first of it. You need to understand that is how love becomes toxic in your life, because you cannot control yourself. You do not have what we call self limits. You cannot limit yourself. You're being controlled. You're being, like a remote controlled by someone. You're telling yourself, no, I'm not going to have it. But when you reach, you're changing your mind. No, after all, he's my boyfriend and we've been doing it. So let me just do it. It's okay. It is never okay. It is never okay, guys. If you left and in your mind you had said, no, it's not going to work, don't ever change your mind. Stop changing your mind and saying that, no, he's my man. I've got to give him what he deserves. He doesn't deserve it because you were never planned for it. Number two, how many of you over there are these people who you had something, you had plans at home to do? And then when you reach home, thank you guys, thank you so much. That was our target, and we have reached that 40,000 likes. That was our target, and we are now passing 40,000 likes, and that is my target already. We've reached and we're passing it. So keep liking the video, and on YouTube channel as well. Don't forget to like the video, to share it if you can, and leave your comment as well over there. Let's see how it's gonna go. You are this guy, Shan Point 12. I see your question and I'll come back to it. She's asking, is it okay to go back to your ex, please? We will talk about that shortly, Shan Point 12. So just hold on. Sometimes you are from work and you're going back home and you had plans. You had planned that today I'm going to do this and that and that and that. And the moment you just reach home, a call is coming from nowhere, from him. You know what? I want to see you, or I have plans. We need to go this place and that place. How many of you have the guts to tell them that, hey, so and so son, sorry, I've got plans, not today. If you can wait, then fine. If you cannot wait, you can just go ahead by yourself. I will join you in another time. How many of you have that limit? Guys, true love can be toxic. And the way toxicity of true love is not just somebody beating you, but it is somebody taking over your life such that the things that you plan, you don't do them. Somebody is saying, I'm like that. You should not be like that. You should be this person who, or I don't know which like that you're talking about. Maybe you're saying you're like that, you stick to your points. If you're sticking to your points, fine. But you need to be somebody who has got limits. True love is toxic. How does it become toxic? It becomes toxic like, you see, you had planned to do something, and the things that you had planned for that day were so important and dear to you. D Natasha, I don't know, I did not see your question. Please just type it again so that I can answer it. And guys, if you want me to see your question very fast, you can run to my YouTube channel and make a comment there, because not so many people are commenting there. It is easier for me to follow up the questions on YouTube than those on Instagram or on TikTok, because I have thousands and thousands of questions on on TikTok here, but I'll try to get those questions and answer them. D Natasha, you can write your question again. See, if you had some plans and you are destroying those plans just because of love, you are losing it. You are missing it. Okay? So, somebody was asking about, is it okay for me to go back to my ex? This comes back to value. Your value will dictate whether you will go back to your ex or not. You see, it is not just going back to your ex, or it is not just going back to somebody. Remember, sometimes we argue, we quarrel, you run away, you stay away from them, you block them, then you unblock them. What makes you to unblock the person you blocked before? What makes you to stay 1 week not talking to your boyfriends or your husband or your wife, and then you go back talking to them? This is the question you want to ask yourself. What value they have in your life for you to go back to them? What made you leave them that is now not going to be there? The question is, if they did something before, are you sure that they are not going to do it again? For example, if they cheated, are you sure they are not going to cheat again? Or if they are beating you, are you sure they are not going to beat you again? It is all about your value. What do you value for you to get back? Okay, before I scroll, the comments come here. I think Natasha has said, I asked my guy if he is cheating on me and he got mad at me. Does it mean he is real or D? Natasha, is that even really a question? Come on, D. D, come on. Is that really a question? D, that is a very small thing. Um, but I will just put it together with the question that I'm right now answering. Um, it is all about value. D, you also listen to what I'm saying right now. Going back to somebody who is your ex depends on value. If you had, left, you need to ask yourself, what have they done, or what are they going to do different from what they did when you were leaving? What is so special about them right now that was not special when you were leaving? This is the question. And if you answer that question right, you are going to get back to them. But let there be no one to tell you that, oh, it is okay, just go back to your ex. Or when they come and they plead with you, you go. No, you need to ask yourself, how much do you value yourself to go back to where you had left? Because remember, some people come back to finish the chapters that they never read. When you buy a book, you can read a book until you reach half of the book and then you keep it. Then you come back to read and finish those chapters. Sometimes some people also do that. They come back to read the chapters they never read. In other words, they come back to destroy the things they never destroyed in the first place. So you have to be very careful. Are they going to do something different from the things they used to do? Then somebody is asking that she asked, Beatrice Karaoke, thank you. He's saying thanks, Gora, for imposing on us words of wisdom. Thank you so much, Beatrice Karaoke. Like I said, if you come to YouTube, it will be easier for me to see those comments because we don't have comments on YouTube over here. If you Okay, so your soulmate, you can send your question. I see your question there, soulmate. You can ask your question. You are from Philippines. You can ask your question. So if this lady D went and asked his boyfriend whether her boyfriend, sorry, whether her boyfriend is cheating or not. My question is, what would trigger you to go ask somebody that you're dating if they are cheating or not? If you have not seen anything, if you have not seen any red flag, what would just prompt you to go and ask your man or even your woman, leave alone the boys? What will prompt you to go and ask somebody that you're dating whether they are cheating or not? Unless there is a sign or there is something you have seen, there is a red flag, there is something that you're doubting, then you can ask them with an evidence. But if you don't have evidence, you just prompt them like, are you cheating on me? You're telling them, go cheat on me. Even me, I won't be happy. I will be mad at you. Why would you ask me if I'm cheating when there's no sign anywhere that I am? It means you don't trust me. And every relationship is built on trust. And the moment a man realizes that you don't trust them, that relationship is dead. Your soulmate, if you want to DM me, your soulmate, my YouTube channel is called Johngora. Right now, I'm live on YouTube as well. Find my YouTube channel and you will get a link on the comment section. You can DM me on the on WhatsApp and we can chat from there. You just go to my YouTube channel right now. I'm live also on YouTube channel. If you have that burning question that you want to share privately, you can go to my YouTube channel, click the link there. It will take you to where there is WhatsApp, where there is a place where you can even book a call with me. We can talk, we can chat on Zoom right now. Okay? So we can see what we can do over there. Um, Funny enough, my sisters from Kenya, I want to talk to you guys. You guys are booking sessions with me and denying some people from booking, and then you don't attend. It is very bad, my dear sisters. You have an issue, you book a session, and then it is free, you've been given for free, and you are not attending. But some people are really, really, really wanting those spaces and they're not getting. So I get these people on WhatsApp coming, sir, there is no space for booking. And then I'm like, no, they are fully booked. Then they don't come. Last Monday, I waited for a certain lady who had booked on Tuesday, no show. On Wednesday, no show. And all these were my Kenyan sisters. But I had a South African, I had a Nigerian, I had a Ghanaian, and a Ugandan. All these people booked and they appeared to the show. What is happening, my Kenya ladies? Nini mbaya, marafiki wangu? Shida iko wapi? Amna internet ama ni kubook tu hivo hivo tu? Shida iko wapi, guys? So when you find that space and you book for a free chat, 30 minutes free chat, make sure you write a correct email address. And if you can leave your WhatsApp number, leave your WhatsApp number so that we do what? We can reach you easily. Okay? Go past telling me don't make it free, charge them and no refund. They will be serious. Thank you, Don Patton. I'll do just like that. I'll start to charge them directly because these free booking, they just they just book and they don't attend. So they stop some other people who really want that help. You see, it is not that you don't have help, you don't need help, you need it, but you have to be serious. You have to remember that you had booked an appointment and then be there for appointment. I follow up with emails, but they don't appear. I'm sorry, today I'm late. Anyeko Evelyn, unfortunately, you are on YouTube, so don't worry. You can still follow up you can still watch these videos even after we finish up. So let's see if there are other comments on YouTube. Let me just see if we have some other comments on YouTube over here. So yes, time is money, and once gone, never return. Thank you so much, Gilpato, for your heads up. Thank you. Casas Evelyn. Okay, all right. So each and every person, those who wants a private DM, you want to share something that is so private you can't ask it over here, just go to the link that is on YouTube. It is pinned on YouTube over there. You can click it and you will get my WhatsApp over there. You can get a link that will take you to my calendar. From the calendar there, when you see a date that is favorable for you, you can click the date and you will see time. Choose the time. It will give you a 30-minute free discussion. We can have a discussion. Then after that, you can go for a coaching 1 month, coaching 1 hour, coaching 1 week, coaching 3 months, and you can pay for it. And you can have that time with us to see how we can help each other. Okay, guys? Um, Hello, dear. I'm here too. Thanks for the service. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nyambura, I can see you, Penina Nyambura on YouTube. Um, Thanks, guys. Me now, I'm tired of Ugandan men. I need Kenyan. Okay, so A Kenyan guy who is there, Liberty is there looking for a Kenyan guy. Liberty 456 is looking for a Kenyan guy. Is any Kenyan guy there? Penina Nyambura is saying, my BF nikimtext who take even 2 days without replying after requesting, then reason anaongea vibaya. What can I do, please? So someone is texting you and taking 2 hours to respond. And then when you ask, he talks bad about you. That guy, for the first thing, I won't say he doesn't love you because I'm not in his heart, but one thing that I can say authoritatively with confidence, he doesn't respect you and he doesn't value you. Let me tell you something, guys. A man who values you, a man who knows your value, will not let your message sleep overnight. A man who values you might not text you even 2 days or 3 days, no problem. But the moment you text them, they will not allow that message to stay there for one night. Soulmate, just text me on WhatsApp. There's no problem. We can even talk tomorrow. You can go to sleep. I know in Philippines it's now 2 a.m. in the morning. So just leave your message. We can chat when you wake up tomorrow. So when he is so serious and he knows your value, he respects you, he will not take time to reply to you. Yes, they can take time to send you a message. They can take time to start a conversation. Doesn't mean they don't respect your value. They value. But if you are texting them, Penina, then they take 2 days. And when he comes back, when you ask them, they make excuses. In fact, they shout at you. You're not valued and you're not respected. So it is you to choose. Do you want to stay in a place where you're not valued and respected just because you're trying to make it work? Penina, send me a message. We will chat. I'll help you out. I'll help you by giving you questions, not by giving you answer. I will give you important questions. If you will get answers to those questions, you will make a decision for yourself. Love between her and him, I was with such a man, was demanding money from me, demanding money from you. Run, my dear, run. Irene Wamalwa, I guess, run, run, run. They cannot demand. I now think those men are not there, honestly. You will say he was busy. So true. No love between her and him. Yeah, so that is it. Iguodala Oloton saying, why will the person you love so much pretend to love you and walk out on you when he's done with you? You have said so much, and I don't know what time you came, Oloton, because I just thought about that here. And I said this, guys on TikTok, unfortunately, the power is going to let us at a very bad side. If you can join us on YouTube, you can, because I see my phone is almost switching off and I can't put it on charge while using it on TikTok. It will damage my battery. So um, if you want to continue with this conversation, you can join me on YouTube, guys. I'm still live on YouTube. For some few minutes, I want to answer these guys on YouTube. But on TikTok, I don't know when it will go off because the phone is already warning me for 10%. So you can join me. I'm still live on YouTube if you want to continue with the conversation. So Oloton is saying, why will the person you love so much pretend to love you and walk out on you when he's done? To be at peace, I've seen your message on WhatsApp. I think that is the Philippine lady. I guess I've seen a message coming on WhatsApp. So I said this, that never assume. That was my second point when I was talking about true love can be toxic. So I said, never assume that just because you love someone, they love you back. Okay? So Loton is saying that I love this person so much, but they pretend to love me and they walk out of me after using me. That is what happens. And that is what I've been teaching about here, guys. Now it is coming out of someone who did not even listen to what I was teaching here. What happens is people make assumption that just because I love him, he also loves me. Just because I love her, she also loves me. It never works like that. Guys, before these TikTok goes off, you can join me on YouTube. My name on YouTube is the same, Johngora. It is live on YouTube. You can join in so that we finish together without you missing this point here. So, Oloton, never ever assume that the way you love someone is the same way they love you. Sometimes it is not like that. Sometimes they're just pretending. They don't even know what love is. Okay? So that is what is happening. That is the reason why. Somebody is asking, get God's favorite child. I'm single, 33 from Kenya, two kids. Stella, what did you want to say there? Maybe I missed some of you before. He's saying, I remember one time someone suggests that to me. What does that mean if you don't mind? Always bless. What did you ask before that? You know, guys, questions are coming here. Sometimes I don't even see them. I see a continuation of the question. So I don't know what she asked before sending these other question here, but it's okay. It's all right, guys. So if you still have those questions, post it on YouTube. Let us join the YouTube right now. Let us join the YouTube right now because we are going to miss on TikTok. I was asking a lady about the blood covenant. Okay, Johngora, how do you know that a man loves you, please? Shan Point, this one I've answered several times here that there is no way to know that someone loves you unless you know how to love yourself. If you know how to love yourself, then you will understand whether somebody loves you or not, because there is no formula on this earth that can be used to tell that somebody loves you. People love in different ways, and people are loved in different ways. The same way I can love you and you feel you are loved is not the same way I will love another woman and that woman feels she's loved. Listen, sometimes there are some women who love it every time they're taken for movies, and that's what she appreciates, like, I'm being loved. Some people don't even do movies. Like, for example, for me, I'm a person who stays at home. I don't go for clubbing, I don't do that. There's a woman somewhere who wants clubbing. She wants every weekend we go clubbing. So if I'm not doing that, she will think I don't love her. So love has got no formula. It all depends on what do you want for yourself. The moment you find somebody who can give you that which you want for yourself, you win love. But there's no formula, because one formula that works for me might not work for someone else. Somebody is saying, and that is Irene is saying, nowadays no true love. It is only not true love for people like you, Irene. You are the people who are not finding true love because you're not doing the job. I wish you joined this live when we were just starting. I had talked about that, and the people who joined before you when we started can tell you about that, that there is something that you're not doing right. That's why you cannot see true love anywhere. If you are doing things right, you will meet true love every time. Can a man be in a relationship then claim he loves you back? That is true, they can. And I've talked about that already. I've said that somebody can love two people at the same time, can love four people at the same time. It only depends on you. Are you ready to take it? Like he's sharing what he's sharing with another person. Like, for example, if he can give you, and it is not about just somebody saying that, okay, I can love 10 people at the same time. No, they can when they are giving each and every one of you same or equal treatment. My Muslim brothers will tell you that that's what is written in their book. If a man can give equal treatment to his wives, he's allowed to marry until four. So, what does that say? Muslims are human beings. What does that say? A man can love more than two women. They can. What is needed here is, can you provide for them equally? So, this equal treatment is what men don't do. And that's why I tell women that no, the moment you find yours, let him be yours, because he's not going to give you equal treatment. He's not. This is where we are messing as men. We have been given the authority to go for two, three, four. But the question is, are we able to give equal treatment? Esther Muhia, I need advice, please. Esther Muhia, you can write that question over there. I can see you on YouTube. Esther Muhia asking, I need advice, please. Ask your question. There is Janet Auma. Good evening, Johngora. Good evening to you. And then there is this Esther saying, my love, he impregnated another woman early this year, but he always promises to marry me. What can I do? And 6 years ago, we took blood covenant and not ready to break it. Okay, Esther Muhia, this is huge. And Esther Muhia, kindly, now that you are on YouTube, Esther Muhia, this one we need to talk one-on-one, please. And I will give you a guidance for 1 hour for free without a charge, Esther Muhia, because this is not just like you are looking for help, but this is life and death. A blood covenant is a life and death thing. And this needs a lot of conversation. It's not a joke. It's not a question you will just ask on YouTube and a comment section and we leave it like that. Esther Muhia, kindly, I'm requesting you click that link on the YouTube channel. There is a top link there written by Johngora, the one that kindly support me by subscribing. Click that link down there. There is a WhatsApp icon in that link. Send me a message on WhatsApp. I'll try to help you out. We will talk about this out of the YouTube because, guys, this is huge. When a covenant is made with the blood in it, it's not something to joke with. Someone wanted me to do broad covenant with him also. He said to show that he is serious. Guys, before we continue, guys, never ever accept to cut your blood when making any covenant, whether it is of love or whatsoever. Guys on TikTok, bye-bye. The phone is going off. Join me on YouTube if you can. On TikTok, I think it is over. The phone is going off and I can't just help it. I cannot charge while using it. It's going to damage my battery. So if you want to continue with this conversation, join Johngora on YouTube. I'm still live on YouTube over there. Don't ever take any covenant, guys, unless you are wedding someone. Guys, never take any covenant, be it a blood covenant, be it a word covenant, be it an agreement that you're writing down. Never ever take any covenant unless you are marrying the people you are taking covenant with. Covenants are a binding figure, a binding factor. It is something that closes you. It is something that imprisons you. Covenant imprisons you to that person. You can never leave them. You can, for you to leave them, there has to be some ways on which, you destroy those covenants, because covenants, there has to be something in between it. For example, when you are wedding, there is the God part of it. There is God being part of that covenant. God is coming into that covenant. That's why we say that what God has put together, no man can put asunder. Why? Because God binds that covenant. You are getting married. Okay? So if you cut your blood with somebody, you are taking a covenant for love. That blood, you cut it for who? Who bound that covenant? Because God was not part of it. There were no prayers. Are we together? There were no prayers done. There was no that holy presence of God within that covenant. So who came into this covenant? Guys, I'm freezing because somebody is asking on TikTok that you're freezing. Yeah, I'm freezing because my bat is low, and I've just asked you guys that if you want to continue with this conversation, join me on YouTube because I'll no longer be continuing on TikTok. It is done, guys. I cannot continue anymore. Guys, when you are signing a covenant, okay, when you are signing a covenant with anyone, leave alone even this love covenant, any kind of covenant, there is a third party that comes into that covenant. Just like I said, TikTok, we are gone. So we are just here with YouTube. So just guys, allow me to put my phone on charge. I was waiting for it to go off. Okay, thank you guys. So, guys, if at all you are trying to sign a covenant with anyone, if you did it before, run away from it. Find help. Find a place where you can go, even if it is church, even if it is shrine, even if it is temple, even if it is the mosque. Go there and ask God to delete it, because remember, guys, a covenant has three people. A covenant has you, the person you are taking oath with, and the third party. It can be demons, it can be God, it can be the Holy Spirit, it can be the powers of nature, you never know. So something comes into that covenant. The moment you're cutting your blood, and you see, the cutting of blood is a sign of big things. Remember, if you are a Christian, for example, Christians before, when they were making sacrifices to God, they used to cut blood before anything happened, before God blessed the Israelites or whatever, or even Abraham or whatever. They were always asked to make a sacrifice. What came out of sacrifice was the blood. And blood was used to purify or to secure or to sanctify those places. Blood sometimes was used on Israelites to wash them. Blood sometimes was used on the doors of Israelites to make the angel of death pass over. So after the Old Testament, we were taught that the blood offering was removed. Okay? So we all Christians, we don't make sacrifices anymore. So if, Esther, you did make a sacrifice with your own blood, you need to ask yourself a question. To whom did you take this blood? This blood went to who? Is it God? Absolutely no. Because I'm so sure you guys never prayed. Is it the Satan? Is it the power of the evil spirits? Is it the evil water natures? So if there was a covenant that you signed, my dear Esther, just send me a message on WhatsApp. Let's talk and let me help you to get out of it. Esther Muhia is saying, it's true. I can't move on since back we took that covenant. He cheats a lot, giving me stress, but he always promises to marry, and he is ready to break that covenant so that I can move on. You need to, not that he is ready, you need to. And breaking that covenant calls for a huge, huge prayer, a prayer that is meaningful. First of all, Esther, you need to find your unity, your relationship with God. God is a forgiving God, is a merciful God. He listens, He understands. I don't know whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a Christian, whether you are a Hindu. We all believe that God is a merciful God. Go put your knees down and start making a relationship with God, even before you go see a man of God. Let me tell you guys, just meeting a man of God and a man of God laying his hand on you and praying for you to remove that covenant is not going to help you. This covenant, right now, we are questionable and answerable to our own mistakes first. So, first thing first, you need to find a relationship with God. Go find a relationship with God. After getting it, find a person, your pastor, or anyone, your imam, or anybody, if it is church, if it is mosque, if it is temple, go there. If it is fasting, go and fast and remove that covenant. Esther, that covenant can damage your life forever. A blood covenant is the worst thing that you can do. It is the worst thing that you want to think about in your life. So, guys, don't forget to like the video, guys. We are 35 here watching on YouTube, and your like is much more important to me than just being there. So, if you are here watching with me on YouTube, don't forget to like the video, guys. Just push the like button. It is just a thumbs up. You just put a thumbs up, and that's it. And we keep watching. Let me see another question there. Oh, sorry, dear Esther. Okay, cupcake blessing. That is why I never do stuff that I don't understand. Okay, thank you. Yeah, actually, please teach us more about blood covenant. Um, Guys, it is not just a blood covenant alone. Guys, don't forget to keep liking the video. Blood covenant makes it even worse. And if you guys are ready for this, uh, tomorrow is a Friday. Let's do a video on blood covenant. And all Christians that are watching right now on YouTube, I will give you plus the Bible verses how difficult and how bad it is to do a blood covenant. Any kind of covenant, but a blood covenant is the worst because you are shedding blood, and shedding of blood signifies a lot of things. Shedding of blood purifies other people, it cleanses other people, it takes away some people's sin. It can, it can be used to wash away some other people's sin. You might have taken some people's sin. See, like for example, I know maybe those who are watching, not all of you are Christians, but let me just give an example as a Christian. We believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross and his blood washed away our sins. So when you are cutting your blood, you're cutting yourself and the blood goes down, you could be washing somebody's sins. And what do? You are taking them into you. So you are living with other people's sin in you. Guys, never ever do anything. I told you that true love can be toxic. And these are some of the toxic things that true love do. The moment you are in love and you're truly in love with people, we forget ourselves. We sell our brains. We keep our brains somewhere else. We'll take them later. And then we get to mess ourselves up. But Esther Muhia, I do not want to put fear in you. You still have the way to come back. It is not the end of the story. You still have the way to come back and get yourself back into real life. You have gone into a covenant, and this covenant, you can confess it, you can, destroy it with the blood of Jesus Christ. Remember, there's no big sin, there is no small sin. We are all sinners. But one thing that I want to tell you that you need to remember is create a good relationship with God. The moment you find that good relationship with God, you can go ahead and ask for forgiveness. You will be forgiven, and God will wash away all those sins that you created with that covenant. Trust me, it will happen. Cupcake Blessings is saying it's because he wanted to hurt me. Also, why he would suggest to do a blood covenant. He said it was to show me that he's serious about the relationship. And I said, no. Guys, if you have to do some things to show that you love somebody, don't do it. If somebody cannot believe that you love them by being with them, by sacrificing your time to be with them, by allowing them to be part of your life, then you don't have to prove it. Why do you have to prove your love for somebody by doing some things that you don't understand? I need those thumbs up, guys. Those thumbs up are still not enough for me. Let's make those thumbs up to 30. Let's make it reach 30 likes, please. We are still too many here. We can do it. Oh my God, sorry, Esther Muhir. No, it's okay. Esther Muhir can still get back everything together. What other covenant in relationship can destroy your life? Any kind of covenant that is made in a relationship that is not clearly framed. If you do any kind of a sacrifice, if you do any kind of, I swear, let us swear. Some people say that, let's drink this water to show that we love each other and we will not never leave each other. Those are covenants. And these are kind of things that destroy people. True love can lead you into doing some things that will lead to your destruction. Oh, let's do this to say like we love each other. Those things are never be there. The moment you love someone, just love them like that. Be in a relationship like that. When the time comes for marriage, that's when you do the covenant. Because a marriage is a covenant. And what is written there? You see, people always divorce and they don't always know how to divorce. When you want to divorce somebody, for example, you need to go back to church. You need to have the witnesses who are there when you're wedding and denounce that marriage. That is how you divorce. That is how it is allowed. But nowadays, nobody does it. People marry each other. Tomorrow, I don't want you. I don't want you. You kick her ass. She kicks your ass. You're gone. And then you get to marry another person. Remember, in the Bible, it is written that a woman who leaves the first man and marries the second man when the man is still alive is committing adultery. Why? Because you never denounced it. So you need to go and denounce. Denounce it with the witnesses and the pastor and the prayer, just the same way the wedding was done. It has to be done. And sometimes sacrifices also offered. Remember, when you are wedding, people come to eat. A cow is slaughtered, chicken are slaughtered. People don't take note. Guys, I don't know whether you people have been taught. I'm so lucky. Sometimes I say I was so lucky because my dad used to teach me a lot of things. So, in the community where I come from, the Luo community, there are so many things that happens. Like for example, when I want to marry from a certain home, I need to go there and they need to, before I take the lady, I must eat chicken. They must slaughter cockerel and I have to eat full of it. They will give full of that cockerel to us and I'll eat with my people from my home. Why do they do that? They're doing that to make covenant between the two of us, between me and that woman. But they don't tell you that this is a covenant. They just cut the chicken and then it is slaughtered and it is brought to you. And you people eat. You're eating thinking like, you know what is happening? We are just eating. It is not eating. Those are covenants. So, guys, we need to be so careful with the things that we do with our relationship. I think these are some of the kind of information that we need to put outside there. You find people going outside there buying wines and buying some kind of drinks and coming home and start, announcing some things, saying some words and having a drink, toasting and drinking. These are covenants you're creating with yourself. That is why so many relationships have got a lot of confusions because the person you are going to date today have got so many covenants that have not been broken. So you're coming into another covenant with them. So those covenants in the past are haunting them and haunting you into this relationship. Blood covenant is the worst thing that you can do. But as I've said, Esther, you still have a chance to, cancel and cleanse and wash away all those covenants and start again your life. So covenants, like somebody asked, what other kind of covenants do you have in relationships? Covenant is anything you do with somebody by swearing. I swear I will never leave you. These covenants sometimes happen when you're having sex, when you're sleeping with each other. You say some words. And remember something else. And this is going to be deep now. I'm going to get so deep. Remember, when a woman is having sex for the first time, when they're breaking their virginity, there is always a blood that flows down. Why does blood flow down? Why would blood only decide that when you are breaking your virginity, it will flow? That is a covenant. That is a covenant that you are writing with someone. That is why people were advised that you have to be a virgin. You have to be married a virgin so that you make a covenant with only one person and that person becomes your husband forever. But look at us. We stopped teaching people about covenant. Nobody taught us about covenant. We broke our virginity with another guy. We finished, we went to the second guy. They came into us. What the sign that God shows you as a woman the moment you start making love is the covenant, the blood. So God gives you this sign to tell you that any man who does this is creating a covenant with you. So a man who is sleeping with you and the moment you're sleeping, you stock some words like look like swearing. I swear I will never leave you. You will be mine forever. You will be my wife. We will make children. That time you're feeling good. life is good, everything is hot, everything is warm. You are going deeper, and you're not stopping, and you're making these covenants. If you don't destroy those covenants, they're going to follow you. They will going to follow you to the last minute. Sometimes it is very difficult to teach about covenants, but it is good to teach so that people can know. And for sure, I will try as much as possible to create one topic where we will fully discuss about covenants so that you guys get to understand reality about covenants, so that we get to know what exactly it is. What are these covenants? Chebet Eunice Nassim is saying only blood of Jesus can wash away those covenants. That is why I've told everyone here that if you had had covenants before, if you had spoken something when you were having sex with your man or your woman, if you had bought something, like for example, you bought a chicken, it was slaughtered, it was cooked for you, and then you ate and you said something, you swear with your mouth. There are some words that came out of you and they were in a form of swearing. I swear this is going to happen. I swear I will be with you forever. You created some covenants that you need to cut. Chebet Yunis Nasim, I think there is a comment you made that YouTube does not like. I don't know what you do. You said. Yeah, you deleted it. YouTube, there are some kind of comments that YouTube will not allow you to post on YouTube as live happens. Uh, so, guys, keep on liking the video as we finish. Let's take that likes to 30, guys. We are 30 over there. These 30 people, I think there are some people around 9 people who are not still liking the video. Can you kindly support me by just liking the video? Just a like. I just need a like from you. Just use your thumb to click that like button. Let me see. Esther is saying that true. It has cost me a lot. I can't get kids with my man, but with him, I have a kid. 3 years in marriage, no child. Wow. Esther Muhir, we need help. There has to be a help for you. What I believe is like help is there. Nothing is lost. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Nothing is lost. Don't lose hope. There is help from above. God is going to wash away all this. The best thing is you need to confess. The moment you speak it out, the moment you know where the problem is, and you confront that problem and you speak it out and you talk to God, you don't even need a pastor. You don't even need somewhere. You just need an altar. You need yourself. You need to make a relationship with God. Start feeling yourself. Start even go for a fasting, 1 day fasting. Pray against this thing. Confront it. God is going to help you. God is going to wash it away. Thank you so very much. God bless you, your family. Cupcake blessings. You too be blessed. Thanks for that. Um, I love you too, just like you love my videos. Winnie Kerubo, very true. Sarah Njuguna. Okay. Lillian Esther, thank you too. Thank you for being here. Guys, we are almost finishing this live for today. Let's meet again tomorrow. I will be live again tomorrow. In the morning tomorrow on TikTok, I will post to you guys which kind of videos we'll talk about tomorrow. And we can meet and talk again. To be at peace, I see your message on WhatsApp. I see some messages on WhatsApp. I guess they're coming from the people who are watching video here. You will be doing so bad to me if you don't like my video and you're watching it, guys. Those who have liked, thank you so much for liking the video. But those who haven't liked, like the question I'm asking, why do you hate me that much that you cannot like my video? Was I speaking something that you don't like? Come on, guys. Just put that like. Thumbs. Maureen Iron Lady says, Esther Mohia, sorry, be strong. In the Lord, He is above all. Nullify and break those covenants by praying and fasting. Exactly. Prayer and fasting is going to help you, uh, Esther. And the good thing is, like, you have already confessed it, and God is listening, God is watching, God loves you, and God is going to give you a huge, huge, huge blessing out of it. I'm in the US. What time your time? Cupcake blessing right now, it is 10 p.m. my time. 10 p.m. my time. This live starts from 8 p.m. So I've been live here for 2 hours right at the moment. So I started 2 hours ago. So you can back time your timing to 2 hours before you start. Tomorrow we'll be live again. I'll be sharing the topic with you guys in the morning on YouTube and on TikTok, so you can follow up and see the topic of the day. And this covenant thing, I will sit down, guys. I will sit down, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on TikTok. I'm going to sit down and give you references about the covenants and how bad it is, and examples of covenants that you should not take, you should not put yourself in, so that it can help you to be at peace with yourself. There are so many people who are suffering in relationships because they entered covenants that they don't understand. There are so many people who cannot even have children, but they can have children only with the people they made covenant with. Because when you are sleeping with them, you call them the father of my kid. You will be the father of my kid. You will be the father of my kid. You will be the mother of my child. And you are making love. And through that love making, a covenant was created. So when you guys broke up, you did not break that covenant. You got married or you got another guy. You are trying so much, nothing is happening. You're wondering, you go to hospital, they test you, everything is just okay. You're wondering, what happened to me? Covenants. There are covenants that you created that you must break. Thank you, Cupcake. Cupcake also is saying that if you did not like the video, you've got to show some love and like the video, right? So I will try to find out how we can figure out, and I'll plan and do enough research with Bible verses to remind you. And even if not, I'll try to do my research also with the Quran, so I can remind you about the covenant, so you can learn. Some of you are destined to have good relationships, but you cannot have because there is still a covenant, tying you from getting good relationship. That's why you're getting men and they disappear. You're getting women and they disappear because there's a covenant somewhere tying you. Long time ago in this TikTok live, I told you guys about a covenant that I made as well. When I was in love, I was in high school, and I made that covenant, and it started disturbing me. And I was thinking, like, I didn't know it was. But one day when I talked to my ex, because we used to talk, we broke up, and we did not break up because we did not love each other, or we did not want each other. We broke up because of distance, but we were still friends. So one day we were just talking, and then she shared to me a feeling that I was also feeling the same thing. Like, something was not working right for her. And me too, it was not working right for me. So we didn't know what was happening until it was revealed to me one day about covenants. I read about covenants. Then I talked to her again, and I told her, "Do you remember one day when you bite my you bite my hands and I bite yours, and we were talking about something about loving each other forever?" And she told me, "Yeah, I remember." And I asked her, "Don't you think this is something that is tying us? That is why we are not having peace with our relationships. What can we do?" So we met. We had to meet and talk and pray against it. Guys, we did. And it relieved us. Since that day, we are just so happy, and that load was removed from us. We just felt like we are okay. So sometimes these things you need to know. You need to know that these covenants are there. I know people who bite themselves, people who pierce themselves, people who tattoo themselves. You tattoo a man or a woman, or you tattoo what they love in yourself, you know You are tattooing. Blood is coming out. That's a covenant already. Okay, guys? Father God, forgive me for any covenant that I have made unwisely and unknowingly or knowingly. May God forgive all of us. All right? That's a good prayer there, Cupcake. That's a big, big prayer. That's all you need to say. Chebet Yunis, I see you there. Thanks so much, Mr. Gora. We really appreciate because we learn a lot from you. I appreciate you guys too because I learn a lot, guys. I always tell you this. It is not you people just learning. I'm learning a lot because of the content that I provide here, because I have to do a lot of research. Through doing those